place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, stays not safe. Before you cross me, look both ways. Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place, I'm not at the top, I'm outer space. Can't eat with us, we're out of place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, state to state.
What's up, guys? It's micheal here, and today I am back for another 5 questions, and today I'm here with the amazing, the wonderful, the bone crusher, Steve Brown.
Bone crusher! Ah! That was probably the best intro I've ever had. Thank you.
No problem. And amazing with the background noise with my dad.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Number 1, what countries would you love to visit?
Like to wrestle or just to visit?
I mean, either or, honestly.
Okay, I definitely Japan.
Yes.
And I don't know where in Europe, maybe Paris. That'd be cool. And just the USA. I want to go to Las Vegas. I was supposed to go to Las Vegas for Hacker's wedding before the pandemic, and it was like the weekend everything got shut down. So
oh no.
that's on the top of the list.
Yeah, you named like one of my dream vacations.
Vegas?
Japan. No, Japan and Paris. Those two I really want to go.
Yeah, my daughter, she's obsessed with Paris. Like her bedroom, she's got Eiffel Towers everywhere. So she'd probably get mad if I went without her, but
Number 2, what is one of your go-to on-the-go snacks?
this is a wrestler thing, so it's got to be beef jerky. Like 2 things with wrestling road trips. Then there's talking shit and eating beef jerky. So definitely beef jerky.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've interviewed said that too. Like beef jerky is one of the best kind of.
Yeah, it's just the thing. Like you're on a wrestling road trip, you get beef jerky.
Number 3, what encouraged you to start wrestling?
Well, I've always been a fan since as long as I can remember, excuse me. But in high school, my friends had like a backyard promotion, and I started doing that backyard wrestling for the first time. And then that was like peak Attitude Era, so wrestling was super hot. And then I loved it so much, and I was like, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I'm gonna be a wrestler. And I contacted so many schools, and at the time I was young. I was like 16, and they're like, "Oh no, when you're 18 you can." And so there was a couple places, like I was going to train in BC when I was 18, and then the gym my brother went to, a guy was a wrestler there, and his dad used to be a wrestler, and they were going to open a school. So I started going to the gym, and then they would let me sign up when I was 17. So, and then 20 years later, doing it. But yeah, it was just backyard wrestling made me really want to be a wrestler.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Number 4, what made you decide to start NSW?
That was from wrestling training, and not like, so my school, they would always say they were going to run a Fed too, but they never really did. So we would do like these exhibition shows once in a while, and that just was like me and 2 of my friends I trained with, and we were just like, we just want to wrestle. So we were like, yeah, we could do a show. It's not that hard. Not realizing that back then, almost 20 years ago, it was so much harder because there was the commission, and you had to make sure you had guardrails. You had to make sure like you paid like $1,000 bond. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
But we just wanted to wrestle, so we figured we'd do it on our own terms.
Number 5, which is the 5th and final question. In a fight between Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers, who are you picking?
Oh man. Horror movies, my 3 favorite series are Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream. But Freddy Krueger, all the way. I'm going with Freddy because I don't know. He just, is there anyone cooler than Freddy? Like really, especially like for me, like a child of the '80s, like he terrified me, but like was so awesome at the same time. Like no joke. I was watching a documentary like last week about Freddy Krueger, and I fell asleep, and I woke up because I had a nightmare
Oh, God.
about Freddy Krueger. And I'm like, I'm 38 years old and I'm still having nightmares about Freddy. So that says something. So I'm going with Freddy.
Personally, I love Michael Myers, so I'm gonna go with Michael.
He is awesome too. Like,
Yeah.
tough one. Just
What about you, Dad?
Freddy's got that supernatural.
Yeah,
Michael all day. Michael's my boy. Michael Myers, baby.
All right.
Well, thank you again. I had such an amazing conversation.
No, thank you.
No problem. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified each time I post a video. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great episode on all available podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. Also, check us out on YouTube at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And if you feel the need to buy some sweet merch, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place. I'm not at the top. I'm outer space. Can't eat with us. We're out of place. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling great. You're not my fan. You can't relate. Straight talk going state to state.